Hi, this is Megan Chapman, and this is the Tuesday Studio video visit. Thanks for joining me this week. If it looks a little grainy in here today, that's because we're in this other little part of my studio that you all rarely see. This is my little sink room, kind of through the back door. So I don't think we've ever been in here before. You see, I've got a couple of brushes that I found that hadn't been washed out well, so they're soaking in the sink, all the little pieces of art and things I've found out of various like free art publications and stuff like that. I also have paintings stored here, a mountain of cardboard boxes so that when I need to ship paintings, I keep those boxes. So I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys this bit because we don't normally come back here. The door won't open all the way because of the storage. So, as you can see. And there is, see, I say I work in a windowless room, and I do, but you can see right up there that air vent provides just a wee bit of light, so I can kind of see, you know, whether I should just stay in because it's raining, or if it's getting dark and I need to get home, or, you know, what's going on in the outside world. So today we are back in the studio, as you can see. And I don't have any painting to show you because last week was just sort of admin work and getting things done and interviews and all sorts of other little things, just kind of trying to get kind of the nuts and bolts. You know, being an artist isn't just painting, you know. So, and today I'm in the studio because the studio had gotten to be kind of a huge mess because of the recent whirlwind of activity. You can see there's a pretty deep stack of paintings behind me. There's now in the studio, there's from the new series, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that big one over there, 11 that are here. And then we've got these wee baby ones as well. And then, of course, some are out in galleries. Here's the table that I acquired, I found on my way to the studio. So I doubt it's going to stay there, but right now it's just kind of out of my way. You can see all my big brushes and all my little brushes. Everything's been washed and is all, you know, getting sorted out. So what I'm doing right now is... oh, and you can see my painting table has now basically become a painting. I quite like the way it looks. I fought for a really long time to keep this table clean, but it just had to go eventually, didn't it? So today I'm just sort of recalibrating, getting back in the studio, and as many of you know, or some of you know, that sometimes, depending on what I'm working on, I sometimes use these pieces of newsprint paper, like blotter pages almost, on my canvases. You can see that's the beginning of underpainting, just a little gesture. So anyway, I use all this paper. Sometimes I turn the paper into small pieces. I think there were some of those last year. I still have some of those in storage. So while I'm working, I pretty much use the same pieces of paper over and over again, but then I do sometimes crumple them up and just put them under the table under here. And unfortunately, some of them, because of the amount of paint on them, I can't recycle them, so that's when I either turn them back into some other type of art, or I may write little notes on them or use them as little thank you notes and things like that. So today I have the fun task of getting all this paper up off the studio floor and smoothing it out into piles so that I can reuse. So if the paint hasn't been if the paper hasn't been so saturated with paint, I can use it again when I'm working in my big paintings. So back here. So that's the goal today. Just doing a little housekeeping, because I try not to throw away so much stuff. I think you know, we can be environmentalists in our lives, and sometimes in our work, especially for artists, it becomes harder because, I mean, acrylic, let's face it, you're painting with plastic. You can see here all these cans of varnish, toxic. So we all do the best we can, and we, try to kind of maybe correct for it in other ways and try to recycle the best we can and try to, do those kind of things. So there is that kind of component in art making too, that greener component. And that's why it's important to take care of our things. That's why it's important to wash our brushes and all of that. But I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir. But and I'm not even preaching. That's just where I'm at today. Is stuck in this pile of paper. So that's just a quick tour around the studio. That's how everything's looking. Ooh, I'll move slow. Don't want to make you all dizzy. That's how everything's looking this week. And oh, I can see I think the sun's coming out, or maybe it's just brightening up. Pretty soon, Painter's Tubes magazine number 8 will be coming out. There's going to be a little piece with my work and me in there. If you don't know the Painter's Tubes magazine, I would encourage you to go like them over on Facebook. They're also on Twitter and Instagram, so just look up Painter's Tubes and give them a like. And you should see my picture in my studio surrounded by paintings. And you can like that too. That way you'll be in the know when that article comes out, which should be at the end of this month. I think that's it. Oh, I also took a new painting over to the Velvet Easel Gallery in Portobello for those that are in the area. So that's what I've got for you this week. I hope you all are well, happy, and inspired. And if you need to clean your studio, get to it. And that's that. Thanks for joining me, and thanks again for all the kind comments about last week's 1-year anniversary video. It's good to be here with you all again, and it's great to be back in the studio. All right, see you next week. Bye.